Hello! I just wanted to check in and give you some information on meal planning and meal prep. It's one of the biggest parts of success with weight loss and healthy eating and just overall living a healthier lifestyle. And so I wanted to kind of touch base on it because I think it's a big, scary topic for a lot of people, and it doesn't have to be. And it was for me, and I get that. When I first started over 2 years ago, I had never done any meal planning before. I came home from work and I thought about what to make for dinner every day. When I went to work the next morning, I grabbed a Lean Cuisine or a Smart Ones, and I thought I was eating healthy, and I ate that. Or I got my school lunch. But what I've learned along the way is that if you have your meals planned and your meals prepped and it's in your fridge, you're much more likely to not snack. So I kind of wanted to talk you through some of that today just as a reference point so that if you get stuck or you have questions, you can come back to this. So I'm going to go through all of it. I'm not actually going to prep in this video because that's its own beast, but I just kind of wanted to talk you through some of it. The first step is throwing or donating things. Throw them away. If it's not in the house, you're not going to eat it. Easter candy, Christmas candy, Halloween candy, snacks that somebody's given you. Take them and put them in the trash. It's that bless and release. I love you, you're delicious, but you're not good for me, and throw it away. If it's not there, you're really not going to eat it. Your kids will grunt and groan. Your husband or significant other or partner will grump and groan at you, but they'll realize that one, you start feeling better when you're not eating that, and two, they will also. And the big thing is finding something to put in its place. What are you satisfying by eating that? What is it giving you? And then finding something to stick in. And that's the big thing for me, is it's not just saying, no, you can't have that, because that's not realistic. If you want a chocolatey brownie, you're going to want a chocolatey brownie. And it's not, you can't live life saying, I just can't have that. It's not okay. But it's just adapting it and changing it so it's more fitting for what you're trying to achieve. So that's the first step, is throwing it away. Crackers, cookies, sweets, anything that's in your house that you think that is a weak point for you. That's step one. Step two is making a plan. And this is really complicated. My first piece of advice is honestly sorry, I'm trying to find where I put, and here we go. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Beachbody Blog has tons of different options for you with preset meal plans. You can look at your container count. So that's step one, is to go to your program guide. Go to Beachbody On Demand, go to the little book that came in your box, and find how many of these buddies you eat. It's a formula, and it's based on your weight, and it's based on the workout type you're doing, how much activity you're doing, and then also giving you a deficit and then adding calories back in based on working out. So you have to get that workout in to have the right number of these. So with these containers, figure out how many you get a day. I get 2 of these, which are fruits and veggies. Fruits. I get 4 of these. Oh my goodness. 4 of these. I get 3 of these. My brain's not working. 2 of these, which is hard. These are the carbs. These are the veggies. This is protein. And these are the carbs. This is dressings and oils, and then this is healthy fats, so cheeses and things. These 2 are the biggest adjustment for me. Carbs were something that I thought you had to eat with every meal, so I had to adjust that. When am I going to have my 2 carbs? That's something you want to think through. You want to think through the one that's the toughest point for you and really strategically plan when you're going to eat that. If carbs are tough, think about when you need them the most. I need 1 at lunch and 1 at dinner. That's kind of what I've had in my brain, is I have 1 with lunch and dinner, so I do that. And then cheeses. And just because it's this container, you can have 1 in a day, but you could do half cheese for lunch and half cheese for dinner. That's okay to divide it up that way. It doesn't mean that you have to eat a big thing of broccoli with cheese on top. Like you can mix and match them a little bit, but you just want to hit eating all your containers. When you look at planning, like I said, go to the Beachbody blog, and there's preset meal plans. They have it all there for a week. They have a grocery list, and they have directions. That is the way to go. There's really no excuses, and that's number one. That's why, because it's done for you. You're not reinventing the wheel. You're not having to look at these going, I have no idea what I want to do with them, and I don't know. They're there. Like it's pre-made for you. As you get better, there's different ways to do it. There's an Excel document that I can show you if you want it. This is Pepper Plate, and it's an app, so I go in and put it in that way. But it's really just about figuring out when you want your shake, how it's going to work. When I do my planning, this is the point I'm at now because I've learned how to do it better over the last 2 years. I eat the same thing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Tuesday, Thursday. Some people can't do that. I have to because otherwise I don't prep the same way. It's too much for my brain to process to make 5 nights of dinner. If you have a bigger family and your family wants different dinners, then think about doing it that way, that you have a different dinner each night. Another option is, I know some people don't prep the whole week. They don't that you need to plan the whole week though, but you don't have to prep the whole week. When you make a plan, you are getting it all done. You're not leaving Thursday and Friday with nothing there because that's when you're going to run into trouble. You plan everything. Take some time on Saturday morning to plan. Take some time on Sunday morning to plan. Figure out when planning works for you. Some people have to split it up into 2 days, and some people do it all at once. So get that plan down there. Think about how you combine things, how you want to eat things. I do salads for lunch. I do wraps for lunch. Those are pretty standard for me. I'll do a meat and a veggie for lunch. Lots of peppers and onions, grilled onions. I do turkey bacon and hummus in a wrap for lunch. And then my dinners are a veggie and a protein again. Remember that you can have as many veggies as you want. As you move up the list, they're more nutrient dense. Those are your better choices. If you move down the food list, those are the ones that you are not getting as much nutrients from. So think about where those are. But if you are hungry, grab some carrots, grab some broccoli, grab a veggie and snack on it. That's okay. You can have as many as you want. My favorite thing is they stack up all cute. Once you have your meal plan done, the next step is the grocery store. Sticking to the outside of the store, staying away from the things in the middle unless you absolutely need them. You should be able to get most of your cart full in the fruit and veggie section, and then just need a little bit from the meat section and the dairy section. All that stuff in the middle is the stuff that's overly processed and you just don't need it. Some things that I've learned along the way, these are my favorite in terms of wraps because they're bigger than just a tortilla. Sideways, they're flat outs, and they really kind of wrap it up for a sandwich, and I feel like I'm getting more. So you can find these at the grocery store. And Target, they're in a weird section, so ask for them. The other thing for me is Greek yogurt. I was a big mayonnaise person. I was a big sour cream person. I was a big cream cheese person. And I don't have any in my fridge anymore. Not even joking. This is it. When I think about making a recipe, when I think about making chicken salad, I put Greek yogurt in. If I think about having tacos, I put Greek yogurt in. I have adjusted that to this. And the reason for that is 1, there's probiotics in it. 2, the fat is significantly lower. And 3, there's 23 grams of protein in a serving. It counts as a protein. You can do anything with it. If you get the plain, you can make it salty and savory. You can add some dill and some garlic and some salt and make it more like a ranch to put on top of something. Or you can add peanut butter and honey and make it more of a sweet treat. So it can go either way. It's really versatile. I figured out how to eat Greek yogurt, or I ate Greek yogurt for the first time as sour cream. So my brain has had trouble adjusting to it being sweet. I can do Greek yogurt and berries and honey as a snack, and so I'm getting a purple and a red for the day because you need 4 protein. So this is a really good thing to get and to figure out things you can do with it. I get a giant thing of tomatoes. I have not been to the grocery store yet, so this is my like half empty one from last week. This will get eaten today. It's a really good snack to have. Another thing I do is, and this is what's left of mine, I'm showing you a half-eaten rotisserie chicken. If you have trouble with cooking meats and you're not sure how to do it, going to the store and getting a plain rotisserie chicken. Don't get one with the flavor on the outside. Take all the skin off, and then you have the meat on the inside. And that you can use for wraps. You can use them for chicken salad. You can use them to go in pasta sauce for dinner. You can make chicken tacos. But it's made for you, so it's a really quick, easy grab. And so that's there. So for the most part, other than that, prep and planning is just getting it in containers. There's some people I've seen that put it all in baggies. So they measure it into the green. You don't have to have enough of these to eat out of, like if you're eating a fruit, you just use this to measure and then dump it in a baggie. So you have it in your fridge. Or I really like the Rubbermaid. I went ahead and threw out all my Tupperware and went to Costco and got a whole bunch of these. So I'll just dump my purple container in here, and then this is ready. I have 3 sets of these and I love them, but you don't have to sit there and eat out of this container. Like, that's not how this works. Measure it, use it as almost a measuring spoon. Make sure you can put the top on and then put it in another container. Combining things, thinking about if you're making chili, before you put it in, measure how much you're putting in and divide that by the number of servings. So if you're making chili for 8 people and you want 2 servings of red with the meat, you've got to think that through. You know what I mean? If you've got to think about your green. There are recipes there and they have it all done. The Fixate cookbook is amazing. I love it. I don't know where mine is since I've moved. That's a good question because I don't use it as much anymore. It's all kind of written down. The other thing is on Beachbody On Demand, Autumn has Fixate. It's a cooking show, so you can stick it on your TV and watch her cook for you and how you cook it. There's a kids section for kid-friendly foods. There's adjustments you can make. So reach out, talk to your coach, get support. Don't let plan and prep scare you because you have to do it. It's like part of your job. It'll make your week easier. You will have more time to work out and more time for your kids during the week if you take the time today or tomorrow to get this done. Have your family do it, turn on the music, get a glass of wine before we start, and really kind of jump in. Here's the thing, there's a huge learning curve. You're gonna look at me after you do it the first time and be like, what is she asking me to do? I don't know how to do this. Stick with it, you will get it, I promise. Just keep going and don't let it scare you because you will be so grateful when you have that meal prep. So that's where I'm headed, off to meal plan and meal prep. Have a great day and I'll see you guys later. Bye.